the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gamecocks offense to go on the attack first. And here comes Lenoris Sellers, coming off a 400-yard, 3-touchdown outing in his last appearance. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. That's caught. It's Bennett.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. And there he goes. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Gators offense will now get its first chance with the football. Going to be interesting to see how they use him throughout this game because this linebacking crew can be exploited. Great place to start for this offense. Hand off, Jaden running left. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Right back to the well. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Jones to throw. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Fires to the tight end. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll go to the counter. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more and cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I'll tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Quarterback empties his backfield. Makes the catch and he's free.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on.
Maybe some room here. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make it.
Turning it on! And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Complete. Touchdown, Gator! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Sellers on the play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuggle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Gamecocks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Runs through the tackle. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on second and short? Makes a man miss. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, they're trying to hit the tight end on a corner throw downfield. Nice job defensively running with the big fella and knocking it away.
Sellers. He'll get rid of it. Got a man in the middle. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. He might want another play. Calls his own number. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Jones wants to throw it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Here's Sellers to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. On the run, it's Pryor. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And they squelched that play so fast, can you even still call it a sweep?
You can sweep that play under the rug and not run it again because it was very unsuccessful.
Jones to throw. Throw to the right side, that's Wilson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball.
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they chasing, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. And the Gamecocks are in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's McAllister. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Kept it on the ground and made his way into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of a great field position.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Jones wants to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams. Throwing, Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Hunt.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football crowd.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Fourth down, Sellers. Quickly complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Powers through. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, it's been a tale of two quarters, I think, safe to say. And for this offense, they were sleepwalking a little bit early in the first quarter, but they've come alive now in the second quarter. They've made some plays. You can see them playing with a totally different confidence, a totally different sense of urgency, and they feel right now, David, like they're unstoppable.
And the game just completely flipped, wasn't it? Like, it was kind of crazy. It felt like this was going to be a blowout, and then all of a sudden you rattle off a couple of touchdowns. We got a great game, kind of back and forth. Now, which team can keep the momentum, can get their offense and defense playing right at the same time?
The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Running inside. It's Pryor. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Jones to throw. Got a man. It's Singleton. At the 45. Makes a grab and room to run. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Gators! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. He'll take the return, try to get back. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Florida.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing. Not just create the turn. but to score a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is their sophomore defensive end, and as with any injury, they hope this is just a momentary thing. Holly will check on him in a bit.
Number 38, set to kick off.
Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the away team sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Again, it's Sellers. Got it in the middle. It's Hunt. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Sellers. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take.
Snags it and he's open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Back's looking for the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Sellers to the air again, using his legs to buy some time. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's the Fighting Irish with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime. Breaks into the open. Ball spins away. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's Sellers to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Handoff for Ball. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another first down.
Man, and you kind of wondered, when were they going to cover this guy? He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job on the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fakes to grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
There was no question on that 3rd down where the quarterback was going. It was going to be a big play. He had the matchup he wanted. Fantastic route. Great separation. Looks the football in. It's a big explosive play for the offense now, setting him up in the red zone. They're looking to add to their lead.
Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think...
There he goes. Oh, what a caught. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Looking for a productive play on first down. Throwing, Sellers. Makes the grab. It's Tuggle.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Wants to take it outside. It's McAllister. There's some room. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Run in the red zone, it's McAllister. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! He got it, beat down in bounds. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game to get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Let's see what he can do with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped him.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The corners are walked up tight. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. This crowd knows when to bring it. Now here's Sellers, working that wide receiver screen. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 24, set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Got enough for the first. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Ball again. Fights off a defender. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Could not make his way to the corner. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Jones wants to throw it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick completion to the right. Snags it, and there's running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Pryor. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sellers. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and... Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great...
Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slings it downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Wide open downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gators. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Sellers. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Again, it's Sellers. Looking for the score. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
It's been tough for this QB.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Now rolling to the left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
And it's so fitting that that completion ices the game and wins it for his team. This quarterback's looked really good all game, David. He's been in a nice rhythm. He's been making good decisions, taking care of the football, and just putting the offense in good positions. Really nice to see that completion at the end win this thing.
Oh, and it's so frustrating defensively because, dude, I've had no answers. I can't stop him. He's been good all game long. Not surprising. Late in the game, they still can't stop him. They get the first down right there to ice this one away. And this defense, they've got some adjustments they're going to have to make.
The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Jones to throw. Stepping to the right. Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last two plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Sellers unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. 4th down, Sellers. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And they spike it to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt